My number 2 was going to be Robo Sakanuchi, but he proved that he didn't know anything when he failed the test Professor Go gave him. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with another episode of Voltace 5. Last episode, we dealt with the conversion of the Voltace machine to be able to take lightning strikes to power up its weapon that could then turn Mazinger armor into weaker armors that could be hurt by weaker objects. Obviously, also, General Oka almost died, but then was given a 2-minute pause in the action to not be killed. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to parse the element that the show goes very serious for everyone else that's died so far, and then General Oka just got a 2-minute pause. I don't know. Anyway, they also acknowledged the possibility through Kenichi that the pilot of the Red Eagle might be Professor Go. And, not for nothing, but Professor Go did call his base Big Eagle, and now we have a Red Eagle. I mean, there's any number of just tiny bits of information that would align to make this theory true. It's the element that the show has then said the theory that then makes me think, maybe it's not. Because I feel like it's a red herring when you have a character in the show saying your theory out to you. Same thing I did with Apothecary Diaries. The moment that Mao Mao said my theory about Jinshi out loud, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. And then Mao Mao goes on to say, maybe I'm wrong. It's like, oh, well, if you're doubting your theory, now I'm doubly sure of my theory. So that Kenichi is like, maybe the pilot's my dad. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Because that's the fake out, right? The moment you start having a character think the same thing you're doing is the moment that they're going to fake out that character. But then again, this comes real early in anime stuff. Well, not real early. It comes early enough that it could be that they wouldn't know to fake you out. So that might just be true. I mean, it's a ramble. It's a ramble of a thought on my part. Other than that, though, those are really the major things from last episode. For me, the top thing is the General Oka thing. The Professor Go thing is literally something I brought up before we watched the episode, so not so much a revelation, because thankfully I had the revelation in the week between episode watching. That said, though, not much to it. I say we just go ahead and hop on in and see what's next.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I apologize. I had the little bit of a pause there in my see what's next, because I'm just thinking back if there was anything else I was missing, and again, there's not really. I guess maybe the small element of the acknowledgement of Hiyoshi being good at electronics. I appreciate that call out because he built Taco. He's the one who had to repair Megumi's. Was it Megumi's or was it his? When one of them got damaged and they were stuck in a cave, and Kenichi's like, I'm going to have to kill your friend if you don't. That scene. That he had to repair one of the Voltace machines. So I kind of believe that he inherits the intelligence of Professor Go amongst the kids. That they acknowledge it, that he on site, he's like, oh, they're doing more than repairs. That's like an upgrade. The circuits are bigger. Bah, 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 bah. I appreciate it. It's more character development for him. They really need to do that for Daijiro, though. He hasn't gotten anything in a long time. That's an element of how slow the ball flew. But again, we got upgrade schematics from the Red Eagle. That was another thing. They've got the inner layout of the Voltes 5 from Zool's previous research. This Beast Fighter could have killed them one by one by targeting where they were. Oh, they're gonna merge together. Also, to take the advantage. Heindel hasn't had the advantage since the end of episode 1. If you thought that was true, why did you leave? The skull ship was there. Could have kept attacking it. Yeah, looks super ready. Well, conceivably, the eagle will be the only defense the Earth has left, really. So it should just show up whenever a fight happens. Or whenever you attack something, rather. Oh, it's like Beetlejuice music. I know I just invoked Beetlejuice last episode, but... To be fair to Sukunji, 17 degrees is really off. You wouldn't be able to put a plug into an outlet 17 degrees off. To be fair, they just watched you fail at that, so... Again, I feel like it's a red herring now. Now that everyone in the show is saying it, it feels like it's wrong. I would hate it. Two people know the Voltes machine like that. Sorry, one person, actually. What if Zool is still alive? Zool had the schematics for the Voltes machine. He would know, and he might be real pissed and want Heinold to die. At the same time, I can't imagine Zool flying around a Red Eagle. Exactly. And if he had an amnesia like I was guessing before, I don't think he'd be sending schematics. My number 2 was going to be Robo Sakanuchi, but he proved that he didn't know anything when he failed the test Professor Go gave him. Why is your captain's seat on a destroyer a folding chair? I really hope the soldiers that work for Heinel don't live just outside of this castle, because every time they launch a beast fighter, you gotta hear every time. You know, it almost makes me think that maybe getting turned into a beast fighter is painful. Because that's all they do is they shout. Almost like pain, right? I don't know. All they gotta do is start combining some old ideas with the Mazinger armor. Like, imagine if you did the amoeba thing again and Mazinger armor. It could literally, like, it could be turned into weak armor and then shape changed back into regular Mazinger armor. Legit don't even need to use your shield, bro. One, you're probably Mazinger armor, in which case this is doing nothing to you. Two, even if you weren't Mazinger armor, basic Bosnian armor can ignore missiles and the battleship cannons. Literally nothing on Earth except for the Voltase machine can hurt anything that's made out of Bosnian armor, whatever it is. Legit, half of the Voltase machine's weapons couldn't hurt Bosnian saucers. So I can't imagine that a beast machine would have been made of weaker stuff. I know, it's something I feel like I harp on a lot, but it's just the element of the Earth Defense Forces are essentially useless, right? What do they do? Distraction, I guess, at best. But would you want to be a soldier out in the field? So I'm also remembering as I'm saying it out loud, wild weasels are actually an Air Force thing, and all they do is distract fire. What do you mean, without it? It's definitely still out there. You haven't taken care of it yet. Man, I guess that wasn't the fleet that Oka was in, considering all the ships seemed to be destroyed. I appreciate that we're going right into the Sword of Heaven. They didn't fail last time. Oh, I'm sorry, is your slug guy back at the base? No, because he got destroyed. Yeah, you're not even being electrocuted on the inside, dude. You're fine. I appreciate that he at least flinched in fear. It also implies you could do the Shazam move. Call the lightning down when the enemy is between you and the sky. Oh, power drain. Do you think it's a matter of they didn't build the upgrades right? Or this is a design intention that they were just unaware of? That's what I'm saying. Maybe you didn't follow the plans right. Maybe you need to get hit by more lightning than before? Well, it very much seems like the sword electrical ball thing had worked. So it feels like the laser thing was unnecessary if it was just to weaken the armor. I feel like when Heinel tells you you can return to base and that he has a plan, you are free to fail, because then it becomes Heinel's fault. Is this going to be like a Professor Ray situation? Where after we found him again, he tried to give like junk to Amuro as an upgrade? That maybe Professor Go did suffer something from whatever he went through? And he gave them a crap upgrade? I mean, I guess you could throw the lightning ball as you're being struck by lightning so that you replenish the energy you lose at the same time. That laser cannon's as good as destroyed. I mean, the ships are, like, undefendable. Like, one of the saucers could fly over. Remember the entire U.S. North Atlantic fleet was destroyed by the saucers? It looks like the armor. Never mind. When it was rising from the ocean, it looked like the same color as when the armor got weakened. I was going to say, oh, its armor's still weakened. They didn't recoat it with a Mazinger. I'm surprised they haven't tried to go after the big Falcon base itself, since they can effectively just ignore the Voltes 5. Because then the Voltes 5 unit couldn't upgrade ever again because it wouldn't have any base to go to. I mean, technically, they're both grabbing him. Exactly what I said about the Shazam strategy. Call the lightning. They're gonna get hit by lightning. They can't take the lightning like you can. Well, 360 firing movement, apparently. Even if I could recognize voices, I wouldn't be able to recognize this one. It's a weird upgrade, considering the fact that Voltes 5 could already fly and everything. Oh, I thought the bird was going to merge into it, and like so it had giant wings in the back or something. Okay, I blame Heinel for this. They literally just let them do this. Because remember, all happening in real time. I wish they had done at least one episode of the Shazam thing I was talking about. Because obviously, no point in doing it now that we have infinite balls. See, having never seen Mazinger, I guess, from the standpoint of knowing nothing, the Voltes 5 now defeat Mazinger easy. Wait a second, that's not a V. That was just a slash. We're breaking our own rules. Okay, I don't like that. If one of them got a slash this way, then what they should have done was they killed the other one with a slash this way, so that they would form a V when you look at it like that. You don't slash one and then V the other one.
天空剣は再び蘇ったぞ。やったな、ケイジ。
見てよ兄ちゃん、飛行メカが僕たちに翼を振ってるよ。お父さんに違いないんだ。お兄ちゃん、追いかけようよ。
The more you say that, the more I believe it's not true.
今日こそ絶対に正体を見てやる。果たして謎の飛行メカを操縦する者は誰か。死んだと思われていたケンイチたちの父なのか。その謎を追ってボルテス5は飛ぶ。
I'm gonna make a guess now, since I already thought it was the father, and I feel like the show is red herring us or gonna do something else. I mean, unless it is the amnesia route, but it couldn't be the amnesia route if he's inventing shit. I'm gonna guess maybe a survivor of back when he was a slave on Boaznan. Somebody came and survived the crash and whatnot, right? Maybe that's what happened. I almost want to say General Denga, but General Denga fucking died in space. In fact, everybody did, in fact. I don't know. I don't know. The more the characters say it's gotta be Dad, the more I have to believe it's not. Because it's what I talk to Lessons about all the time. What's the payoff, if it is? What's the setup that we're doing just to pay off the thing that we said it was? That lacks interest. So I have to think it must be then something else. Although we are getting later and later into the show.
地底深く秘密基地に姿を隠したゴー博士の新たな目的とは何か。プリンスハイネルの怒りが謎の高メカに叩きつけられる。父と子が再会できる日はいつか。次回ボルテス5謎の高メカの正体にご期待ください。
I don't know what they said there, but they showed us a old man and a bunch of kids in the background doing stuff as the machine was moving around, implying that they must be in the plane, right? So I have to think then if they're in the plane, then it's not the dad in the plane. I don't know about the whole underground base. Maybe what's happening is that somebody moved in and occupied the base, and that's who that is. Because otherwise, I was thinking if they obviously got there and didn't see who gets out of the big Red Eagle, then maybe it's a remote-controlled thing, and it's somebody who's doing all this from way far in the distance. So, yeah, I have no clues. The only drawback, or not the only drawback, the only real critique I have here is the same critique that comes when you watch any like magical girl anime or anything of that nature, is that things are happening in real time. So if they really wanted to defeat the Voltes 5, why would they just sit there and let this guy upgrade them, right? I don't know. That said, I have even less to talk about this episode than I did last time. So I think this is going to be like the shortest wrap-up episode yet of any Voltes 5 episode. Once again, I'll have more to say in the coming episodes where I'll have notes, but for now, again, the biggest thing I have to talk about is what was on the next time on, and I don't really want to discuss more of that because it feels disingenuous with especially this show to discuss the next time on, which I can't even understand. So I'm going to leave that to the next time. So that said, once again, I've been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?